up in the Mournes. I'm meeting up with Rob. He's taking a party of students on a navigation exercise. He started off at Bloody Bridge. I started off at Carrick Hill. So he's given me a few coordinates, waypoints to navigate to a site that we'll be camping at tonight that I have never been to before. But he's expecting his ETA, I suppose about sundown, really, which will be a bit later. Clocks go back tonight, or forward tonight, spring forward, fall back. Yeah, but absolutely perfect conditions up here in the Mournes. Of course, with weather like this here, every man and his dog is out today, but the higher you go, it sort of fans out a bit. So I don't know whether to go up Donard, up to the saddle, or up over the saddle, right over down towards Fofana and Doan on the way down, and then back to here. We'll see how the legs feel, or the ankle rather. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful day. It's actually quite warm, and Jerry McVeigh hinted on his last video about about midges, so I have my jungle formula with me, Jerry, just in case, because we will be camping. According to the grid references that Rob gave me, we will be camping near water. Although it is not freestanding water, it'll be a river. So absolutely beautiful. So let's get a bit of altitude on and talk to us in a bit. So first waypoint Rob has given me corresponds to down over there. There's a small copse. Always take the path less trodden. Oops, he goes down a feckin' hole. Yeah, so roughly over there, there's a small wood. I don't know if you can see it below Donard. Well, not directly below Donard, but at the foot of the incline. GoPro will probably not pick it up, but we'll head down there. See what it's like, a sort of a geocache thing. He's left a physical clue as to where the next coordinates will be. So you basically have to find his little stash. So it just encourages pinpoint navigation, really. I'm using a electronic compass on the iPhone, and that's superimposed over on top of an OS map. Not sure if the GoPro will pick it up, but if it does, I'll show you it later. Just an alternate way of navigating instead of using paper maps. Although I've always said never go anywhere without a paper map. Of course, I forgot my paper map. Talk to us in a bit. I'll tell you, that's a warm enough day, I'll tell you. So it is. Just have a wee quick 5-minute break before crossing this river, which is actually quite steep, quite deep. You wouldn't want to be coming out in the middle of the night. Oh, I see them. I've just seen midges, or the little mayflies in April. Haven't been bitten yet, which is always a good sign. There's a little breeze, not an awful lot, just enough to keep you at just nice wee bit of coolness. It says, I guess it'll be quite chilly in the night. So even though it's quite warm now, I still had to bring the warm sleeping bag with me tonight, because you just never know how cold it gets. Right, cup of tea, I think. Then I'll head on up. Beautiful day, great to be out. Quite a difficult terrain. A lot of hidden recesses covered up by dead grass. You'll be walking thinking it's steady enough, and next minute, whoop, down you go. You go with your ankle very handy, so this will probably keep me back a little bit. I'll try and battle my way through there. I think there's some sort of a trail on the other side of that brush. But what a welcome sight to see lovely fresh water. It's just as well I have my filter kit with me. Maybe I can go for do a Chris and go in for a skinny dip. You watch here, you'll get your eye poked out. Right. Still haven't found Rob's first clue, so I don't think I'm actually too far away. It's actually a physical clue, the shape of an arrow. How do you find a little arrow amongst this? I think I'm probably within about 50 metres of it. So we'll carry on, fight on. I should have brought a machete with me. We'll carry on. Talk to us in a bit. So, fighting my way through like a Thompson's gazelle. A great day for an adventure. It's always nice to see a good water source. Nice, fast flowing, fresh river. Don't have a wee look actually. Yeah. Whew. See what I mean? Straight down. Yeah. I'm just going to go straight down. Oh, excuse me. That's rather nice. Rather lovely. Just a little dip in there nicely. Right, at some stage, according to my map, I'm going to have to cross this river. I'll maybe go a little bit further down. See if we can scoot around here. A wee bit iffy. Happy days. Always take the road less travelled. Haven't met a single person yet. Well, they're lovely. Rather lovely, if I say so myself. That's certainly a deep enough pool for a dip. Keep her lit. Must be near, oops, it's 12 now in the afternoon. I'm thinking about getting some lunch on. Nothing too elaborate, boil in the bag. Quite a mucky wee stretch this here, it's just a lot of wee ups and downs, nooks and crannies. But I seem to be making some progress. Aye. That looks like Rob's second clue. I think I found that more by fluke. Well, I suppose it's a direct course from the first grid reference he gave me. It's just basically walking along a little sheep trail, I suppose. But Onward and upwards. Just got a text there from Miriam Kennedy, who's actually on the far side of the Mournes Mountains from me. She's up near Burna, Doan, the Meanwhile Lodge end. Whereas Rob started at the Bloody Bridge, I started at Carrickhill. So three different points heading into the middle. And I think Miriam stayed up here last night, if I'm not mistaken. And she's probably on her way down. Reception comes and goes up here. Right, now where are we at? Isn't that a great idea, going up the bloody river to do it? There's no real properly defined path, it's just a case of stumbling and fumbling along the river. Getting a bit steep now, so talk to us a bit. Absolute silence. So actually just come up the Annalong River there in the Annalong Valley. It's Donard there behind me. So scoping out some wild camping spots, bivvy spots along the river trail where it cuts in as a deep sort of a ravine on its way down to Annalong Woods. There's actually some very nice wee flat spots, pitches right beside water source. I've noted those for future expeditions, base camps. I'm not going to do Donner today because I have pre-arranged meeting with Rob, who I assume is either coming down the Devil's Coach Road via Donard. I'm not sure what direction he's coming down yet, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to head over to the Blue Lock, which is roughly that direction. My navigation skills, it's over there somewhere. Yeah, so well impressed with some of the spots for bivvying, small tent, backpack setup. Yeah, beautiful. Probably get a bit of a sunburn today. Certainly get rosy cheeks anyway. So I will be stopping soon. Getting a bit peckish. Get the all day breakfast, boiling the bag, wayfarers meals into me, and cup of coffee. Head over to the Blue Lock. In fact, we really have lunch at the Blue Lock. I just tramp on here like a Thompson's gazelle. Haven't met a sinner yet. Which is always a good thing. So today's lunch, wayfarers, meatballs and pasta. These actually aren't too bad at all. If you get it all down to the bottom. And just stick it right in. Of course, remember just to fill your container just about halfway. Get that on there. And turn the gas on. Here I don't have one of those fancy pico-liter jobbies. Get it the old-fashioned way. So literally 3 minutes to boil. Just switched it off there. And just let that sit in there for a few minutes, heat everything up. It really is absolutely glorious day up here, just in the shadow of Binion there. Blue Lock is about 1.5 kilometres front of me there. As I say, it's just a steady trail of worker ants. You've ever seen them on those worker programs? Pilgrimage to the Blue Rock. Sure, what do you do? Not in the winter when there's no good out. That's what you do. Right. Enjoy this here. Talk to you in a bit. Let's certainly hit the spot. The wayfarers meatballs past a 7.5, 8 out of 10. When you're finished, just discard it. Jerry McVeigh and Stephen Reid will pick it up after you. They're very good like that. Now, some coffee. I'm joking, by the way. If it wasn't for people like Stephen Reid or Jerry McVeigh and other very self-conscious people who respect their environment and their beautiful Mournes, the place would be a lot untidier, if you like. So, it takes 2 minutes to wrap it up, stick it back in your rucksack. Oh, that's the spot. So just had our evening meal. Rob is taking his party out and showing them some constellation names of stars, etc. Quite a big group he has out with him tonight, and a few kids, so obviously filming is curtailed somewhat because of the children, but when they're all away out there, you can probably hear Rob in the background. I just thought I'd just get some footage of the beautiful campfire that we have here. Beautiful night, absolutely gorgeous night. Blanket of stars all over the pine trees, beautiful. You just think you could reach out and touch them, amazing. And I must say, some very nice people that Rob has with him. Eager to learn and a great love of the outdoors. And certainly with the kids, certainly they're getting an education of what it's like to be appreciative of the outdoors, their surroundings and the natural world. Great wee spot here. I'll show you in the morning our campsite. You can probably hear in the background the river we get our water source from. Not a breath of wind, not a cloud in the sky. Amazing. Good morning, glampers. Rob has us up at silly o'clock. We didn't even get advantage of our losing our hour in bed. He had us up at the scrack of dawn.
I was not. That's a lie.
Say that on camera.
Well, it's not a lie, but it could be.
So tell me this, who snored the most?
Well, it was a bit of a, it was a synchronized.
It was a competition between me and.
No.
Oh, that's right. Blame the kids who are still in bed, fast asleep.
Yeah.
Right. Probably just well camouflaged for a first outing in the wilds. They went exceptionally hardcore, just under a tarp canvas in classic triangle configuration.
Classic triangle configuration.
Truth be known, Rob didn't actually go to bed at all. He just stayed up and sat by the fire and sang songs, didn't you?
Yeah, to myself.
To himself, yeah.
I always do that. It's common knowledge. I'm not a big sleeper.
Another fine morning in
Yeah,
Mournes.
like
Absolutely beautiful. Look at it. So these guys are packing up early. They've a grueling schedule ahead with Rob. I'm going to swing back, take in the homage of it, get a coffee on, and just admire the bird show. I don't hear much bird song with Rob chittering, but anyway. So for those interested, I was in the Fjallraven Abisko light one-man tent. Corinthian Defence 4, toasty warm last night, and I've just let down the Thermarest X-Therm. It's like lying on an electric blanket. With the R value, it's R value of 7.5, something ridiculous. Really good. So slight change of plan there. One of the younger members of the group picked up a bit of an injury and is not going to be able to make it back over the Mournes, so I'm taking them up through the woods and back down to Carrick Hill. So maybe end the video here. Good night's fun, chat round the campfire, making memories basically. The nice thing about it is bringing a new generation of children, let them experience the outdoors. So I'll say goodbye now. My next video most likely will be again with Rob. We're heading down to the Black Valley and Kerry. So probably see you then if I don't see you before. So look after yourselves, look after each other. God bless. See you on the next one.
Arrivederci, au revoir, euer Condir.
Try and keep up with Rob.